them off and they're good to go.
Yeah, see, I bought a white pair of shoes and stepped in a fucking pond the next day.
Straight up same thing. Like, bought a white pair, then like go on a shoot. Oh, let's go in the forest.
Yeah,
stupid idea.
Stupid idea.
Big time.
But I wanted to look good.
Yeah, like the other ones I bought last year, they don't sell them anymore. I try to find them. The white on white Stan Smith, they don't sell them. Not
White on white Stan Smith. Oh, okay, yeah.
I went to like normal everywhere. Nobody fucking sells them. It's so stupid. So then, so last year the whole sole chunked off, like the side sole and the sole chunked off. I don't know how. 1 year, I had them for 1 year and they chunked off. I'm like, what the?
See, me right now is my Kunde Garçon Converse.
Oh yeah,
those ones are just ripping right now. I've been wearing them to everything. Every single show I go to, it's the Converse, and they get stepped on, or I fall and I get stepped on, and then the shoes just like are there. Like they're so dirty right now too. Like, yeah, they're just beaters.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Born to Create podcast, ran by Acef.media. You can listen to podcasts on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. You can also check us out on Instagram at Born to Create podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ace Fothergill. I'm a 20-year-old photographer, videographer, and a passionate apple pie eater. And this is my co-host,
the pie part. And I'm Frag. I'm a graphic designer, videographer, and video editor. So today we have Dom, so Moosey. So you can explain a bit about yourself and why you went with that handle.
With Moose.Vision?
Yeah.
So basically, like they said, my name's Dominic Moosey. So my last name. And in high school, people called me Moose sometimes because just like they took out the I. And yeah, and then it started off, the name varied at some point, and I would just get like teased by my friends about it. And then at one point I was just like Moose.Vision, and that just stuck. And I was like, all right, well that's it.
Hey man, I mean, it's working out for you.
Oh yeah, it's working out. And I'm just known as Moose now. When I introduce myself as Moose. Like, any new people that I know, some of them don't even know my actual name. They're like, hey, I'm Moose. Like,
people think I'm Acef.
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. The other day, I was hanging out with people, and they were like, "Yo, you know Acef?" I'm like, Acef? Who's Acef? They're like, Acef.media. I was like, oh, Ace. Like, is his name not Acef? I'm like, no, it's Ace.
Every single time. And they're like, no, check my ID. Like, it's actually Ace.
No, yeah, it's Ace. So the reason it's Acef is because it's Ace Fothergill.
Yeah, I know that.
Like, Ace.media didn't sound right to me. I'd rather have, I just say ACF.media instead of Acef.media.
It just, yeah.
But, obviously people who don't know will say Acef. Yeah. That's funny. I met up with Hayden Cashin the first time we went out for lunch. And I went to, we were in the same school in grade 1 to grade 5 type of thing. So we knew each other way back.
Okay, yeah.
But he didn't recognize me, and his brother didn't recognize me either. So whenever we met for lunch, we were talking about it, and then that came up, the Acef. I'm like, my name's Ace. We used to go to school together. That's what I said. It was, oh crap. They started talking about it. Because his mom still teaches at the school that we went to.
Okay.
So it's just funny that him and his brother, who I went to school with, didn't recognize me. But, he knew who I was because I filmed myself in my story and everything that, right? But he just didn't know, who I was since we went to school
back then.
together.
Yeah.
I mean, you grew a bit.
Yeah, I think the dreads grew a bit, too.
Hey, going on, 2 or 3 years strong now, so.
Jeez. The dreads? Already, jeez. I remember the baby dreads.
Yeah, I know.
Back when I had my dreads.
True.
You gotta get those Pedro dreads.
Yo, those are long. I can't wait to have them on. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what made you choose photography over everything else? Photography and videography, since I know you do both.
Yeah, I do both. I do mainly photography. Honestly, I started off, I went to college, as you guys know, in TV broadcasting and stuff like that. So I started off doing, wanting to do strictly video. Then I started venturing, doing photography here and there with friends, including you guys, PDW pics, and and Jazz. Yeah,
Jazz.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, those group shoots.
Oh man,
man.
those
We
were
were like
interesting.
5-6
5-man,
photographers.
one model
Yeah. Those were interesting.
Where do I look? don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, bro. Just look at every camera.
We got
once
the
in a
shot.
while.
We got the
Exactly,
shot.
We got the
shot.
angles.
The money shots.
But yeah, and then like at one point it just like I said, it just stuck. Like I just got used to the feeling of taking photography instead of videography. I still do both here and there. I do like contrast for video here and there sometimes, but I don't know, photography, getting that one shot, it was like a feeling that couldn't be recreated. Even with editing the perfect video, getting that one shot was just like I just had to keep going with that.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with Polaroids.
Exactly.
Since we both take Polaroids.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
That's like, but do you find like since you take like Polaroids, you kind of shoot differently? Since you're with
Definitely.
Polaroids, you only have one shot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more. How do you say it?
Like precise almost.
Yeah, almost like more precise, more meticulous, like.
Yeah, more careful, aware of what's on the other side.
Because I remember way back when, like I would just like look here.
Like my story the other day.
Oh man, that was so funny.
But like now I'm just like I'm looking through the camera. I'm like, wait, fix that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, no, fix that too. Oh wait, fix that.
Hair
Yeah.
Oh
elastics.
yeah, hair elastic.
Yeah.
Man, pet peeves.
Yep.
And yeah, so like I'm definitely more meticulous. I'm more precise on what I want to shoot and like what's the surroundings and all that stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know, Dom shoots mostly at concerts, right?
Yeah.
Like do you do events as well, or is it more just like
I do
concert
events when it comes to like certain events, but like I'm more of a concert guy.
Yeah.
Concert shows, like
Raves.
raves.
Big rave guy.
Yeah, big rave guy here.
Right.
Like go to bed at 7 a.m., wake up at 4 p.m.
boom?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I used to be on that. Got away from that though.
Slowly. So yeah, so like as a concert photographer, like what do you look in as a what do you look in for as a concert photographer?
You want to rephrase that?
Yeah, I
Yo,
was
I
gonna say, what do you mean?
can't speak English today. It's like, so you shoot concerts, right? So if someone's trying to start concert photography, what like tips or suggestions or what do you look for in a concert photographer?
Okay. So like, why do people hire concert photographers specifically? Okay.
That was like 3 questions in one.
So, number one thing is you can't be a shy person. Like, especially when it comes to any shooting, of course, especially like models and stuff like that. Are we allowed to cuss on this podcast?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I was like, I was gonna say shit, but I was like,
It doesn't
fine.
matter, man.
all right. But like, especially during concert photography, because you gotta be talking with the people that organize it. You gotta be talking with the people that like work just the event.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because like, for example, there's a lot of concerts at Algonquin. You gotta talk to the people that are organizing it. You gotta talk to the people that are working at Algonquin. You gotta talk to the other photographers too.
Yeah.
Like, and let's say you want to try to finesse your way backstage. You gotta know how to talk to the right people to be like, hey,
Let me swing by.
quick, slide me in real quick. So, if you don't know how to talk to those people in the proper way, you need to know that. Secondly, you gotta. It doesn't also like a lot of people have the misconception like if you have the best gear, you're gonna. I have shitty gear right now.
I have a camera.
I have the T6i.
Yeah.
So like I got a decent lens. That's why the shots are coming out clean. But like I've got some shitty gear. So the gear isn't all that.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to put in the work, and you gotta. How can I say it? Like, because I know it's gonna be a question coming up soon. I want to say it in different ways, but like it's all about networking.
Yeah.
It is like I said, even with shitty gear, it's all about networking. That's how you get into those gigs. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because they're mostly likely to hire someone they know and they somewhat trust than some random person that might be an expert or good, but they don't really know
him at all. Like that's how I got into it. Like, yeah, that's like you just talk to the people. Don't be afraid to go talk. That's all it is.
Yeah.
like, if you're willing to go talk to those people, have a conversation, not even just like you got to be able to have a conversation with them without having the intention of wanting something back.
Yeah.
You got to be just friendly. That's just how it is.
It's not a sales pitch.
It's not a sales pitch
Straight
at
up.
all. It's like you don't talk for 2 seconds like, by the way, I'm a photographer, hire me. Like, no, have a decent conversation. I spent once 2 hours outside of Mavericks. It was 3 a.m. and the owner and the promoter were just outside taking a smoke.
Yeah.
I was like, I could go talk to them, I guess. I stood out there for 2 hours just talking with them. And at the end of the night, shook hands. See you guys later. And that was it. And now we're homies. So that's just how it is. Like, you just gotta talk.
Exactly. You basically go into every situation with, like, zero expectations.
Exactly.
You know? And at the end of the day, you can't be mad at yourself if you didn't get it because you didn't have an expectation to get anything in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, no, definitely, like, networking is, like, a huge thing.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Definitely.
Especially in photography or anything like creative wise.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Or anything, but yeah.
You gotta get those connections. You gotta get those connections.
I've always preached it, man. Like, just meet with people, go talk to people, stuff like that. So how'd you get your first, like, concert photography gig?
So my first.
Let's go with your first free and then your first paid.
Okay. Or my first free. Jeez.
If you did the first one.
I guess my first free, would you guys count like raves and stuff like that? Like, yeah. Okay, cool. So about over a year ago. Was it over a year ago? Yeah, about a little bit more than over a year ago. I met up with some old friends from high school that had just started off like a little like side business. Back then it was Raw Entertainment.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like doing parties here and there, and they were pretty well known around Ottawa. Like those two guys, it was Acef and Michael Kuhn. Yeah. And they started doing parties, and they were hosting a party at Mardi Gras in Gatineau, and they were like, "Do you want to come out and shoot?" They offered to pay, and I was like, you know what? I've never done a show before. I do not want you guys to expect a lot of me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll do it for free. Get me some drinks. We'll have a good time, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I end up going with them and all that. That's where I met a lot of people that I'm now like very close with today, actually. And shot the night. Came out with like 80 pictures. It was packed. And it was a good time. Mm-hmm. And that was like my first party night, I guess. Yeah. And
That's fair. So how did you go from like that to like end up getting your first paid gig?
A lot of free work. A lot of free nights. Cause we like, you guys know.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, like
most of us.
Yeah. Most of us know. Like, you gotta put in a lot of free work to be able to one day get paid in this. And it went up to like, I think it took, my first paid gig was not too long ago. Like, it took a long time. And then I think my first paid one, which one was it? I'm trying to think. It was
trying to think too.
I think my first paid one. There's probably one before that, but like for some reason I don't remember it. I'll just name one of them recently. The Road to Escapade. Yeah. Alia. For people that don't know, Escapade is a very big festival here in Ottawa. Music festival. And the Road 2 is like the preparations to the festival. And it was done at the Alia nightclub in the casino. And it was Michael Sparks performing. The openers were Daddy's Home and what a name.
That's just funny.
Daddy's Home and Chefny.
Yeah.
And they like, I was gonna be there either way because I'm very close with Chefny.
Yeah.
And but the organizers contacted me saying, hey, we would like to hire you for Road to Escapade. And Escapade like is one of my dear festivals. Like, I love Escapade. Like, I go and I have a good time and everything. So when they contacted me saying, hey, we want you to work, I was like, okay. I was expecting, honestly, to be for free. And they were like, okay, so how much are you asking? I was like, I was like,
damn.
I was like,
I'll get back to you.
I was like, this is something.
Let's see. You got even that. You got to be strategic about it.
Very, very.
Because if you overcharge, then they don't want you, and if you undercharge, then they might think that's your price forever.
Exactly.
So you got to be very smart about it.
Definitely.
And also keeping the fact that you kind of like you want this gig. So like you'll undercharge in the first place.
Exactly.
But
so the thing is, like, I charge a medium price, like at first, and then they were like, we don't have that budget, so unfortunately we won't be able to work with you. And I was like, wait, hold on, what's your budget? And they lowballed me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I can understand that. It's like, because it's High Peak Events that was doing the Road to Escapade, and they're moderately new.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I don't think they're lowballing me. I think this is like possibly their actual moderate budget.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, like, let's say my offer was here, their offer was here. I was like, meet me about here, and let's do a couple add-ons.
Yeah.
And that way we can work something out. They were like, yeah, that's fair. So it ended up happening. Everything's doing well, and it ended up with some awesome shots, and yeah.
Sweet.
No, that's sweet, man.
Damn.
So yeah.
So, for concert photography, how do you, like, by charging, do you charge per hour or per event, or?
I honestly depend on the event.
Or you just
Like,
top of the head shoot on a number type of thing.
Basically, like, let's say I know I'm going to be working a hefty amount of time, then I'll charge more. If I know it's going to be a few hours here, but a lot of editing time, I'm going to charge this amount. If I know I'm going to be shooting very small and I know I'm going to be editing very small, I'm going to be like, all right, here's the price.
Yeah.
Okay.
So honestly, I don't have a set time per hour. I tried doing that and it backfired on me because I thought I was going to get more and I got less. Or like at one point I was just like, okay, I'm about to charge way too much and they're not going to be happy about that. So I just vary, and I know that in the end the people that are paying me are going to like it more because they already have a in mind, like, okay, this is the price.
Yeah.
Like, so if I say like $20 an hour, that could be like 20 hours, or that could be
Like an hour.
That could be an hour.
Yeah.
So it could vary, honestly.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, know your budget, and like not your budget, but know the company, know what kind of budget they're working with, and then from there deal with the whole
Definitely.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
That's fair.
That's sweet though. So how did you get into like shooting like well-known artists and stuff like that? Like I know you shot like Fetty Wap, like I think 88 Glam.
Yeah.
I mean you can name off a couple of you.
Yeah. Like so my first gig, my first like important gig was I think YBN Namir.
Okay, yeah.
That was my first important one. Like back then he wasn't that big. I think he hadn't even hit a million. He hit a million that night.
He blew up that night.
He blew up that night. And like I didn't even know who this guy was. Like like at first I wasn't even gonna go to the show, and this is my buddy Ty McNee.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I got invited to a show. You wanna come? I'm like, all right.
It's those nights.
Yeah,
That's one of those nights.
Oh,
like the tornado night with me.
Oh man,
I know you were sick in the tornado.
Dude,
you were in the middle
of
that.
I was in the tornado.
You were in the tornado, but like even those nights, like I was picking up my car and going home.
Yeah.
And if I didn't go, I wouldn't have got gorgeous shots. So it's literally like those. Whenever you don't want to do something, it's when you most likely should do it.
Yeah.
Well, same thing with that other event for Marasso.
Oh yeah.
So that clothing company, they were doing like an event, and then Omari was on stage and a couple like smaller artists, and like they were starting a thing because the clothing company wanted to be an entertainment company.
Mm-hmm.
So then they made that event, and then I'm like, I was supposed to be there with Carl Chateau and then just shoot it, and then he can come. So I was like, I'm just bored. So I was like, yo, Ace, hit up, let's come.
Like an hour before the thing starts.
Yeah.
I'm chilling here.
Yeah. And he's
all
like,
the way
all
here
right.
in Russell.
Yeah.
And then he comes, and then Wolfie was there. Zion was there.
Yeah.
Like
Shout
it was
out to Jay
insane.
So I got Polaroids.
Night Lavelle too.
Yeah, Night Lavelle was there.
Oh yeah, I remember I saw the Polaroids of that. Yeah.
I didn't get one of Night Lavelle just because he wasn't down. Like his girl was performing that night.
Exactly.
He wasn't about it. But like I already know I know Night Lavelle. I don't know if he knows about me and stuff.
Yeah.
I know his boys know about me and stuff. because of Commando.
Yeah, exactly.
But like it was a bigger event than I expected, and then like after that we went clubbing and we had a huge conversation.
We had a 30-minute heart-to-heart with Wolfie in there.
It was insane.
Really? Eh?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
And that was dope.
Like,
great experience.
It's a good moment, especially when like people of that caliber. Like, let's admit it, Wolfie here, he has a pretty big caliber.
Yeah.
So it's fun that like sometimes it doesn't affect them in a way. Like they can still have personal conversations with people and stuff like that.
And it was funny because we're way off topic than what we're talking about, but it was funny because whenever we were in the club, like 5 minutes before I was talking to him, some guy started pitching to him about an event. Like sat down with him and literally just started pitching him an event. And he came out, and then I started talking to him a little bit, and I was just chatting him up and like talking and stuff. He's like, man, like he's like, I like you, like you said to me. He's like, I like you, like I finally like you're like kind of good kid, like know what you're doing type of thing. He's like, literally 5 minutes ago, these guys were pitching me an event. He's like, I got money. If I wanted to do an event, I'd throw my own event. You know, he's like, you're literally just here having a conversation with me. And he's like, I like that a lot and like appreciate it. So like even like that, like just everyone's human.
Oh yeah, for
don't
sure.
Gotta pitch everything.
No, of course not.
Like build a relationship. Later on, if ever the opportunity comes, or like you have a great idea that could maybe work, and you're friends with them, then you can slowly
slide
pitch
it in.
But don't like
be gentle. Be
like even that night, I told him like, hey, like, because I know he's traveling a lot. I'm like, yo, if you're ever in Ottawa and you need photos, free of charge, just hit me up. We'll go shoot.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Yeah. You just want to slide it in like low key, real quick at the end, just like.
Yeah. Photographer, if you need anything, let me know. Free of charge, you know. But back to you. To getting into like the bigger names, events, stuff like that. Like who you shot with. YB and the Mirror, that's where we were at.
Yeah, okay, so YB, yeah. So like that happened that night. Like I just pop in and we're just chilling upstairs at the bourbon room. And like I'm just chilling. I'm like taking pictures here and there, but I wasn't really that interested, honestly. Like I wasn't into that at that point. Like back then I was just really into portraits. Mm-hmm. And then at one point I'm just there and then suddenly I start smoking, like I start smelling like weed. And I'm just like smoke. And I'm just like, I just turn around and it's that guy. It's YBN. And he's just there smoking a blunt behind me. I'm like, hey. I didn't know who this guy was. I was like, hey. He's like, yo. And I turned around. And that was it. And like it just clicked in. And I was like, wait. But he was gone back then. Like, at that point, he was just chilling on the couch, and I was like, wait. And I was like, that could have been my moment.
Damn it, Tom, you blew it.
like at that moment, like my buddy Ty comes up and like, yo, were you just talking to YB? And I was like, I think. Like, I guess so. And that was it. Yeah, at that point, honestly, once I met him, like I went back. I was like, "Hey, by the way, I'm Moose." Like, and like I just kind of started talking with him, and then so back then I didn't have my Polaroid camera, so other people started taking Polaroids of him, and then I was just there chilling, like cool.
Yeah.
And then he started performing, and I was like, "Okay, this is actually like a good time."
Mm-hmm. So
that's when I was like, you know what? I think I might start getting into this. Started testing the waters. After that, I went for Killy.
Yeah.
And I was at Bourbon Room again. Full disclaimer, I don't like Bourbon Room. I know, podcast. Sorry, guys.
It's so like, hey, it doesn't matter to us.
Yeah. Man, we're spin facts. That's
like Bourbon Room. I'm sorry, guys. Like, you guys have an amazing venue, but like sound quality is shit. But so yeah, Killy. And that was a good time as well. Joyner Lucas. That was like the first show that I really got invested into it, because it was Raw Entertainment and FMG. Both of them were like into it as well, including I think Diamond Mine Agency. And yeah, after that, like it just started rising from there. I got in touch a lot more with Alex Chenier from FMG. And from there, we started working a lot together. They were already doing events before that. Like, FMG's been going on for a while. And, like, I started easing into it, starting, like, getting very close with them. Now I'm a part of FMG and, like, a part of the gang. And, like, we're hosting shows and all that stuff. A lot of shows. And doing raves, intersections, which are base events.
Yeah.
in Ottawa at City at Night.
Break your neck events.
Break your neck events.
That's what I call them, the break your neck events.
Yeah, the heavy break your neck events. If you're a bass head and you like breaking your neck, come on out. Yeah, and then, like, getting some international dubstep artists, all that, like G-Rex, Dr. Ozzy, I'm trying to think real quick, Moonboy, couple more, Jay Phelps, yeah, and then, like, started, it was like more rap shows were starting to pop up, and I was like, yeah, I guess I could do them. And then it was hosted by FMG, so of course, like, I was involved, and I was like, you know what, let's put a pass real quick there for me. And I was like, all right, let's go shoot.
Yeah.
And so Fetty Wap, 88 Glam, Classified, that was a fun time. Classified was honestly the best show I shot. That was a good time because it's an older crowd.
Oh, okay.
It was an older crowd. It was like 28 to like 30, close to 40s actually. And like the crowd, you know the younglings, they like to mosh pit, they like to rattle up,
fuck shit up,
for other
better terms.
Like to fuck shit up. And then the older crowd was just there grooving, jamming. Yeah. And I was like in the middle of the crowd shooting, and I think
I saw a clip of that.
Yeah, like
Shania posted on a story the other day. I think
of.
I know you posted a clip of like you in a mosh pit.
Oh yeah. That was at a bass a dubstep show.
Oh, okay.
See, I love doing that. It's a good time. But the Classified show, I was in the middle of the crowd and like everything was going fine. No need to put my elbows out. Yeah. Nothing. I was just chilling, taking pictures, and I was like grooving. I was like,
it's a good time. Yeah,
it's a good time. But yeah, and like bass events, like I said, I love going to mosh pits. Yeah. For bass events, like rap shows. Hell no, because one, I'm afraid to hurt someone because a lot of times those mosh pits, it's an all ages show. Yeah. So it's younglings. And two, I'm afraid I'm gonna get mad. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just there. Like at a bass event, I'm expecting it. I know what's about to happen. A rap show, it's completely different.
It's just chaos. You're like, who knows if it's gonna happen?
And you don't know if somebody's gonna real quick grab into your pocket or something like that. Yeah. I've been robbed at rap shows more than once. It's not fun, and so and bass events, you just grab your camera by the lens, and you're in there, and you're just like 3, 2, 1, go, and you're filming everything, and it's just like, oh man, it's a good time.
Yeah, sure. Dope. And we're back. So, do you have trouble with like lighting and stuff like that, shooting concerts, and like,
of course,
how do you like kind of, I guess, compensate that through your gear?
So yeah, like we mentioned, like I have pretty shitty gear right now. I'm about to upgrade soon, but like, you gotta use what you got while you got it. So basically, like, of course, I've watched multiple videos and I've Googled so many articles and like just read so much stuff about it just because I wanted to get those shots. Basically, with my T6i, I also use the Sigma 18-35 1.8. I put the ISO between here. You know what? I've got it written down. I'm gonna pull it out real quick because actually, a buddy of ours asked me this not too long ago.
Who?
Was it Pedro? Yeah, I think it was Pedro.
I ain't got no friends. No, I'm joking.
Hold on, let me find this real quick. Sorry, viewers. I will find this very quickly. Yeah, it was Pedro. Okay, so he was asking me like for concert photography, like any tips and tricks and stuff like that. So I usually crank my ISO around to 64,000. 6,400. Yeah. And I keep the exact same ISO like the entire night.
Okay.
I also put the lowest f-stop. That's just me personally. I do that. So like on my lens, it was 1.8. I just put it straight down to 1.8. I keep it there. And for the shutter speed, I usually keep it between 1/100th and 1/400 depending on the lighting.
Right.
So like, let's say, it also depends on the colors too. Blues and whites, I usually put it down so that way.
So like a slower shutter
Yeah. So
speed,
it's so like. Wait, is it the opposite?
No, you'd want it faster. You'd want it faster.
Yeah,
'cause it's
exactly.
brighter.
Yeah, exactly. I was like visualizing my camera right now. So yeah, you want it faster, so that way it looks a little bit darker, less clear. But like, let's say reds or
like purples or dark
purples. Yeah, like some greens. Yeah. So like that way you put it the other way, so that way it just clears up a little bit more. I hate reds.
I feel you.
Especially like red beams, just like
keeping crates.
It's just like oh man, that was a bit bad.
It was hard because everything, the lights were synced to the music.
Okay, yeah.
So it's easy in a way if you like catch onto it real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
But yeah, so it'd be like dark and then dark. And so you're like waiting and then you're like, okay, and because you gotta time it so you just before the light and then you hit the light and then you're out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but it's good because you catch on really quick, but it's synced to the music, so you know the music and you're like done.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not too bad.
So yeah, so with shitty gear, that's my tips and tricks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm about to upgrade, so that will change.
You'll like it.
Oh yeah.
You'll like it.
Oh, of course I'll like it.
You can't go back.
I
Trust
mean,
me.
listen.
Full frame life.
Oh yeah, the full frame life.
Oh.
The full frame life, not just the full frame life, like
And
even
mirrorless.
and mirrorless.
Mirrorless, man.
Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be
I want to
crazy.
test it out when you get it.
Of course. Yeah, you can
Huge
grab it for
upgrade.
like a weekend, like just have at it.
I ain't gonna say no to that. I'm gonna take that and run with it. So, where do you see yourself in like roughly 2 to 5 years? I know it's hard to picture, but
yeah, no, 2 to 5 years is still pretty visual.
like, do you have any kind of like
Yeah,
game
like,
plan-ish?
yeah. Well, me and FMG were working like on a lot of stuff upcoming. I can't spoil anything right now,
Right.
but like there's a decent amount of big hitters coming through, and especially in 2 to 5 years, like we got big hitters coming right now, not just artists, but like just ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And so once those come, like within probably the next year and a half, between 2 to 5 years,
Like, who knows where it
who
can go.
knows where it can go, honestly.
Yeah.
It's how the next like year and a half goes, and that's how it's gonna determine really what's popping. And yeah. And
So do you see yourself having like photography / videography as like your full-time job in the next 2 to 5 years?
I think so.
So why are you in school?
I am oh, that's a
Hard hit.
That is a hard hit because
It's a good question to ask.
it's a very good question, and I know that a lot of people have the same dilemma as me, which is you don't want to disappoint the parents. Like that's how it
do you play
is.
the safe route?
I'm pulling the safe
Or do you
route,
go all
but
in?
because I'm partially going all in, but like I said, partially because I do value what I do right now, as in photography, videography, more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm right now studying computer engineering. I do like programming. Like, that's something I like to do. And so I know that could lead, if ever it ends up like...
Basically a backup plan.
It's a backup plan. It's my plan B. I know that, like, the starting salary, once you get into one of those jobs, is high. And that's starting. So it's a backup plan. We all know here that, like, and people watching, like, photo, video, anything artsy, anything creative, it's hard to get into as a full-time. And if you get into it, it's amazing. Congratulations. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. And like it is how it is. If you're trying to get into it, if you're trying to pursue that as a lifestyle, you got to know what like to expect. You got to know that it might not happen. Like you got to plan for it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Fair.
That's fair. See, at least you're planning for it. I'm not.
Yeah.
He's balls deep in the shit.
He's like balls deep.
I'm
if
going.
It crashes, and I'm crashing with.
If it crashes, it crashes. I'm crashing with it. End of the day, I'll move back here for like a year if I have to. And figure out what else I want to do and go freaking chase that.
Yeah, but like the thing with programming is like I was talking to Ace about it too. Like this week, it's somewhat related. As you can't see, it's related. But it is related.
Oh, definitely.
Because like you can do work in the concert world and shoot too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do programming for them. Like, I don't know if you do websites, but websites, like anything like light programming.
See, I'm about to learn how to do that,
right?
actually, so yeah.
So like, there's a lot of things you can do with programming that you can actually help either FMG as a business with it for security or whatever you want to do. And like, it ties in together. So you can be doing that for whoever you want and be doing concerts on the side. So like, you can mix it in if photography is legit what you like and you want to do.
It's
you can
definitely nothing lost in like pursuing that as a plan B, because it's an advantage to every asset, like just no matter what, as a plan B or just in life in general. Like,
I mean, end of the day, you may end up liking programming more.
Exactly, you never know.
Yeah. So.
Probably not, but still.
Always have the doors open.
Exactly. Always having multiple doors open.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
No, exactly.
Smart.
So you got any big plans or goals this summer?
Yeah. So like,
let's go shoot related, life related.
Like, okay, so shooting related. As I've told you guys before, my like at the beginning of the year, my goal was to shoot a festival, and that's happening. So in the beginning of June, I will be shooting Ever After Festival in Kitchener, one of like the biggest festivals. I was very lucky. Like, I signed up for media passes for like everything, and I got rejected a lot. And
I feel you.
Like, getting those emails, you know, like, hey, thank you so much for your for applying. Unfortunately, and like once you read that, the word unfortunately, you're just like,
next.
Yeah.
See, but I took that. See, I kind of took that differently. I took that as, okay, my time is not now.
Yeah, of course.
So what I did, I wrote them, okay, thanks a lot for taking the time to read this. See you in a couple of years.
No.
That's literally what I emailed them back.
See, that's smart, actually. That's pretty good. I gotta admit that. That's like, pretty cool.
I know that I'm gonna be there one day.
Yeah.
My time is just not right now because of where I'm at.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You know?
So yeah, like I was saying, I applied for a whole bunch, and then I got a random DM, like, you know, those little requests.
Yeah.
So I got a random request DM. I was like, oh great, not another one. Like, you guys know all the weird shit that we get in those.
Yeah.
So I click on it, and I'm just like, all right, let's see. And then he sent more than one message. So the first one is just hello dot. I was like, oh great. I click on it, and it's hello. I saw that you applied for a media pass for Ever After Fest. We were wondering if you'd like to join the official photography team instead. I was like,
Let me double think about that.
I was like, let me get back
Sold.
to you. So like on the spot, I was like, it was like 3 a.m. I was like, yes.
I did that for Blues Fest.
I was like, yes. Like, so yeah.
Did you correct yourself afterwards though?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was like most, like, I think I no, I didn't even write yes. I was like, most definitely, something like that, like something very like perky, like. And I was like, then we started talking, and like, so yeah, then we arranged shit, and then and that was it. So yeah, there's that. We got Bones coming in, rapper Bones.
Sure, whoever that is.
To be fair, I'm not a big rap guy, so I don't know who that is completely either. But like, it's run by FMG and Diamond Mine Agency. So yeah, Bones, and we got Knight Lavelle coming in.
Nice. For the auto. On his tour.
It's not guaranteed yet, but I am hoping to be shooting Escapade. Because like little arrangements here and there. Before Escapade, Road to Escapade 2. Yeah. That's even before Ever After. That's on May 30th. So I'm gonna be shooting that. We got Blues Fest on July 10th. I'm gonna be shooting my main man Boa. He's DJing for an artist from way up there. I think Yukon or not even Yukon. It's Yukon, something like that. He's a rapper. He's coming down. They asked him to come down. It's gonna be on the same day as Logic, same stage. So I'm gonna be staying.
I'm gonna see you there.
I'm gonna be staying in that area.
It hasn't happened yet, but I'm gonna see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
I'm gonna see you there.
Logic,
honestly,
man?
I won't even doubt it.
I'm making
the way you hustled that last year. I was like, jeez.
The last episode, I dropped my secret on it.
Yeah.
I dropped my secret on how I got into Blues Fest last episode.
Yeah.
So let's see if it works again this year.
Let's see if it works again, or we'll see. Hey, who knows? My information could overpower me, and someone else could end up taking it.
But hey, it's a fair win if it wins.
Fair
You
win,
get it.
hey.
Oh,
End of the day, I gave away my information.
You never know.
Provide value, man.
Provide value. So yeah, and these are like in the works. Valhalla. I'm hoping to be shooting Valhalla.
No idea what that is.
It's a electronic dance music festival. It's like in the forest. It's very like secluded. It's like 1 week long.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be fun.
Is it in Ottawa or where is it?
It's in close to Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit down there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Montreal festival.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
very Montreal festival. Like their lineup this year is huge. Well, if you're into bass, very underground bass,
Yeah.
it's like huge. And Riverside, I've got the hookup for that.
Mm.
I'm gonna be talking with the boys, and yeah,
No, that's sweet.
Sweet, man.
it's pretty much.
That's
It's for,
that's a
like-
busy summer.
And that's just like festival wise. There's some artists that we're still talking with right now that we're clearing stuff up. Yeah, I think I might do a quick name drop. Playboy Cardi.
Oh. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
we're
dope.
yeah we hoping for
Mhm.
him to be here in Ottawa, and yeah, that's in the works right now, and yeah,
No,
that's Diamond Mine Agency is gonna be the leading one on that, but FMG will be
like part of it.
Part of
Yeah.
it, yep. So
So anything like any life plans or just like,
life plans,
the summer?
work. No, like not really.
grind it
No,
out,
I
eh?
grind it out. Like until that diploma is in my hand, just gotta grind it out, and
You got
do
one
as
more
much.
year, right?
Sorry,
One more year?
I got 2 more years.
Oh
You
shit.
just started,
Yeah, I
yeah.
just
Oh
started.
yeah.
It's a 3-year program, and I just finished my first year.
Shit.
So, yeah, I just gotta grind it out and work as much as I can, and get it out there. Yeah, get the name out there.
No, that's fair, man.
So yeah,
You got this. Easy.
so yeah.
All right, let's go into the
Sweet.
little like Q&A section.
All
So I
right.
asked
do it.
basically a bunch of people, or posted a story. No one replied to my story, and then I made another story. So then people replied to my story. Basically, I just asked people like what kind of questions they had for you,
For sure.
and then I tossed some nice little shout out on here. So basically, like RB_pics___ said, how did you go from shooting portraits to like concert photography, or better yet, how did you get into concert photography?
Okay, yeah, I went back through that like a little bit before.
Mhm.
Basically, I was shooting a lot of portraits with these two guys, and at one point, one of my buddies, Ty McNee, was like, "Hey, going to a show. Want to come?" I was like, "Sure," and it ended up starting something in me that I was like, "Yeah, this could be it."
Yeah.
So that's how I started.
Oh, that's dope. Fave shoots you've done, or describe your first shoot versus now, like differences and similarities.
Man, favorite shoot. I'll name 2. One of them was that big ass meetup that I hosted off the top of my head 1 day before. Like you guys were there.
The first
And
one?
yeah, the
was,
first one.
In the
like-
snow.
Oh, that was in the winter. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like a last minute thing. I was like hitting up everyone like
Tomorrow, meet up.
meet up. I hit up like I think 60 people. So many people showed up. I was so happy. It
I
was-
think that started the whole like meetup thing.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. And so yeah, like that meetup was awesome. Met a whole lot of people. That was one of my favorite shoots in terms of portraits. And shows, I would have to say, yeah, Classified. Classified was just a vibe.
Mhm.
And I got some amazing shots out of that. I haven't posted any just because so many other stuff popped in. They're on my phone. They're just chilling,
Mhm.
waiting. Probably going to be the next ones I post, honestly. And
Taking a month-long break before you post. The usual.
You gotta keep him waiting, man. You
Gotta
yeah,
keep
I
it
gotta keep
consistent,
it,
you know?
I gotta keep it waiting.
12 photos a year. Let's go.
I don't know why. Like sometimes I'm just like I'm in a posting mood,
Yeah.
and I post like every single day. And then at one point I'm just like taking a break. I'm just vibing, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll post.
That's fine.
Low key.
A low key.
Here
Post.
you go.
Here you go.
Boom.
Selena asked that last question.
Oh,
I
okay,
forgot
cool.
I forgot to shout that
Shout
out.
Yeah.
out Selena.
Do you notice any differences and similarities though since your first shoot?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like way more meticulous when it comes to portraits. I used to when I started shooting, it was like very urbex dark.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that shoot we did? Like, where we had some random smoke bombs and, like, we were at the
Forest
top.
one.
Yeah, like the forest one. Like, I had my hood up and then we blacked out my face and then...
Drawing a blank here.
Way back. I
Yeah,
remember
that was
shot.
way back, way back.
Like 2017, 2016.
The first smoke bomb shoot we did.
Is that the one we did with Cameron?
Yeah.
With the clown mask?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hand shot of that was
Yeah,
fire.
the hand
though.
shot of that, yeah, that was amazing.
Was fire.
So yeah, it's like I started off like very dark, obscure urbex,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went off to rooftopping, and that was a phase.
We all went there.
We all went through that phase, and then after that, portraits, strictly portraits, and then after now I'm at like shows, but I'm not doing just shows. I like doing portraits still.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a lot of stuff has changed. Just the way I shoot, the way I visualize my shoots, the people I work with, of course, and yeah.
So Lily Kane asks, what advice would you have for someone that's interested in photography but don't know where to start?
You got an iPhone? You got a camera? You got something?
Got something that takes a
You got
photo?
something that takes a photo? You got a friend? Go take pictures and like start there. Honestly, I started off with an iPhone. With my ex, just taking photos and like going on Instagram and editing with Instagram.
Yeah.
And from there, I was like, yeah, I'll take a little shitty ass camera and start taking pictures and find little apps to edit, then bulk up and see if you like it. If you like it, go for it.
Yeah, definitely like having the knowledge more than having the gear.
Exactly, yeah, for sure.
You gotta start somewhere, get these angles. Like me, it was a point and shoot camera, like this small, like 2
exactly.
megapixel camera, taking pictures, and love doing it, and here we are.
Yeah, exactly. Like you gotta start somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's in your reach so easily.
Everyone has
Everyone
that
has
are
a
actually
phone.
like good quality.
My God, the new iPhones, like they're crazy right now.
Everyone's
Like
vlogging with it and stuff.
oh yeah, it's crazy. So you got yourself an iPhone, have at it.
Yeah. What is some advice that you would give yourself when you just started out?
Who said that?
Oh, Katie Kupel.
Okay.
I think that's how you say your last name.
Like advice to myself when I first started off:
Yeah, when you first started out.
keep it going, just keep it going. like I love where I am right now, so I would do the exact same journey. Maybe one thing I would change is like don't go through the rooftoping phase.
That's fair.
Like that, no, like I love all you rooftoppers out there, but like don't like stop risking your life. Like if you guys go on YouTube and see the people that have died from falling.
Yeah, that was a whole phase in like 2015.
Yeah, that was a phase, and like I was dumb. Like people told me like you shouldn't be doing this. Friends told me, family told me like you fall, you're dead.
Yeah.
This ain't it. Like you're not gonna bounce off or anything like that. You're not gonna just break a leg. You're dead. And I was like, nah, I'm fine. I'm good. Like I can hang on. I can hold on. Don't worry. I ain't scared. And then at one point, I actually had almost a scare, and like because I was like getting up off a corner, and my hand slipped, but like I didn't fall, but like it just slipped, and then like I was like,
I'm done.
I was like,
good?
wait. I look back. There's like my buddy's like, you good? I'm like, I'm good. But like that was a scare and a half. Like it's for some people it might be nothing, but like, I was like, yo, an inch there, that could have been way different. And like, I was like, this ain't worth it. So I was like, done. All right.
So Boundcast asks, which would you choose, shoot portraits or concerts for the rest of your life, and why?
Concerts, just because the interactions. I love the interactions. I love meeting new people, and concerts. Like, I'm not saying portraits, like, you don't do that, but just concerts, there's a lot. In my personal opinion, there's a lot more of it.
Yeah.
And so I love interacting with people, and that's why I would choose concerts. Not just because of the pictures or, like, meeting celebs. Just, like, I love interacting. So,
no, that's fair.
Yeah.
So Ryan Pizza Prod asked, does Moose.Vision ever get the urge to shoot wild moose? He's a hunter, for those who don't know, who also does some film work.
I've never been hunting, actually. My dad used to hunt, but like I've never been hunting. So if you get yourself a moose, please toss me the antlers.
That'd be a funny vlog. Some photographers go hunting.
Like photographers go hunting.
Conscious nature photographers. Like,
I'm nature photographer. You
let's
already
go.
know. Ace the nature photographer.
So
he shot a beautiful duck the other day. That was amazing.
I didn't shoot it. Like I photographed it. Just to be clear. Just to be clear. Okay, I might pronounce this wrong. Like Yas Dinar says, what made him want to start photography?
My ex, yeah, it's weird to say, but my ex was like, hey, can you take pictures of me? And I was like, sure. So we go into the forest, I take pictures, and I'm just like, I'm good.
I got this.
I got this. So I was like, oh yeah, the angles. Oh yeah, cool. It was like with the shitty iPhone. And I was like, yo, you know what? This could be cool. So from there on, I was like, got myself a shitty camera and started shooting, and that was it. Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to pull the Austin Powers on a shoot.
Oh
yeah.
Oh,
Work it, baby.
Work it, baby.
No.
Like a gazelle. Like a gazelle.
You're a zebra.
Give me the cat.
I'm a lion. Oh man. If you guys haven't watched that, you gotta go watch it.
Oh,
Austin
my
Powers, right? Photography on
It's on
YouTube.
Netflix now.
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix now. One of them is on Netflix, so
Shit, I
go
gotta watch
see it.
Watch the movies or watch the little clips.
That's
They're
funny.
hilarious. So funny.
Wow. I'm dying.
Don't smoke, kids.
Oh, shut up. What's your go-to gear for like shooting a concert?
Well, right now I've only got like one gear bag. So like right now is my T6i with a 18 to 35 Sigma f1.8.
Yeah.
But upgrading soon. Stay tuned.
How does it feel to shoot events, and is it hard to shoot?
It's amazing. It's amazing shooting events. Not gonna lie, it's a feeling that like you're just there in the pit with other photographers, all doing the same thing, all working, all grinding, and it's what was the question?
How does it feel to shoot events, and is it hard to shoot?
It is sometimes hard to shoot just because if there's a lot of photographers, like you bump into each other sometimes, and you're just like you're fighting for that shot. Like at one point there was another photographer right beside me, and I saw the shot coming, and I see him preparing his elbow. I was like, nope. It's a grind, like, but we all respect each other in the end, and we're just like we're showing each other our shots, and we're just like, damn, that's cool. Oh, damn, that's cool. So, it's it can be hard, especially if there's not a proper pit. Cause like, for example, who was the newest rapper that came to Ottawa again? Oh, whatever his name is. Like he was performing, and I was at the corner of the crowd, and I see it was at Barrymore's. No, sorry, not Barrymore's. Bourbon Room. And I see my buddy photographers in the crowd, and I'm like on the stage, but like on the corner. I got to sneak. I was like, I just blunt myself up and chilled in the corner. And I'm there shooting, and there's a big mosh pit, just like crowding around. It's all ages, so younglings are going crazy, and the photographers, my buddy photographers, they're going with the crowd, and I'm just like, oh, I feel so bad for you guys. And like, oh, it can be hectic, but like it's worth it in the end.
So JagMotion12 asked that one, and then the one before that, Hidden_Beats asked that. I'm not too good at naming these things.
Hidden Beats,
yeah,
my boy.
I
love you, Hidden Beats.
Autographer asks, who are his biggest inspirations that he looks up to in photography? What motivates him to continue?
Sorry, repeat that. Sorry.
So, what do you like? Who
do I look up to?
Yeah. Or your biggest inspiration?
Me, myself, and I.
Not you. Like, I have inspirations, but like recently for concert photography, there's one guy that I've just been looking up to. It's so crispy, and like at S0_crispy with a K, and like this guy takes the wildest shots. He was at Rolling Loud actually, and he took the wildest shots, and I've been looking up to him like recently so much. I've been looking at all of his pictures, and like he takes crazy shots. When it comes to video, not even gonna lie, like I love his name is
Dan Mace.
No, it's like the videographer, but for a lot of DJs. It starts with a T, Trapish or something like that. Something like that. He's a bit more like underground, not that known, but like he takes the wildest DJ videos. like especially for like bass, like I've been looking at that and like just like the way he moves and the way he zooms and like I'm just like whoa, like I was just like I want to know how he does it because it's not in post, it's on like because you're holding your camera and you're like this, you got one thumb underneath and you're like this, just like.
It's like in-camera transitions.
I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez. So, yeah.
Damn.
So, that's how it is.
Yeah.
So, I have one question. Just so, like, people as well. So, as a concert shooter, do you use Flash or no?
No.
And is there a reason why?
Because Flash sucks.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, I'm sure anybody that uses Flash during a photography, during concerts, I mean, like, my buddy Jonah, he uses Flash, but, like, I won't say that Flash sucks. Flash sucks if you're trying to get the wider angle.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you're on the pit and the guy's on stage. Do not use a flash because you're not gonna get. One, there's enough lighting. Two, there's like, there's no point because it's so big.
It won't.
But
reach.
like my buddy Jonah, he has a flash and he's also a part of FMG. He's the one that designs all the posters and all that for us, and he takes wild pictures with the flash. And during concerts, but like he's more up close, and that works. And it's like DJs, and it's like dude, they're crazy shots, and they look amazing. But if you're a little bit further back, no point. There's no point.
All right, fair enough.
So I don't like being up close. One, I don't own a flash either. I need to buy that shit. So I'm always back, so I never use a flash.
All right, fair enough.
So yeah,
good to know.
And we're back once again. For anyone who's wondering why we keep cutting, because the camera's only filmed for half an hour, and me and Frank have small bladders, so we need to go to the washroom.
See, I've been here drinking almost as much of them, and I feel fine.
Get my water bottle. I got 3 water bottles down. Come on.
Ruin the background, eh? Before we get into our new little segment that we're starting, do you have any questions for us? Or anything you want to know?
What are you guys up to? Like, what do you guys doing this summer? Like, any big things?
You want to start? Or you want me to start?
Go for it. Yeah.
So I actually got called by Mud Hero to go on their tour.
Nice.
So they have 6 events across Canada. I'm only doing 4.
Okay.
Pays really well. So
Shooting or working?
No, like just doing labor work.
Okay, cool.
Which I don't mind. Obviously, I'd prefer to shoot, but it's a fun thing. I want to travel around.
Yeah.
So might as well do it, and like the pay is good. Can't
Nice.
complain. So yeah, I'm doing 4 tours: Ottawa, Halifax, Winnipeg, and Red Deer.
Nice.
So that's gonna be sweet. I'm excited for that. Definitely gonna bring my camera with it. I'm gonna possibly try and vlog a little bit if I can,
Cool. Yeah, for sure.
just to like create a trip.
I know.
vlog trip.
I'll watch like the journey.
Yeah, that would be sweet. So I'm doing that. That starts the 26th of this month, and basically, like the last one goes to the 27th in August. But
Okay.
I'm not doing the Montreal one because I'd rather take the money loss and film a car video for Bureaucracy.
Yep.
And then the Toronto one, me and him are going to be in Toronto anyways. So I'd rather take the pay loss and do that. Like I'm still making like 8 to 9K
Yeah.
for all that. Like everything's
That's gonna
paid
be
for.
amazing.
So I got that going on. Working with a real estate investor to film some videos for him. If everything goes well, gonna film videos for his buddy who owns like the 10th biggest law firm in Ottawa. Filming for that.
Damn.
And then even if everything goes well for all that, then the same real estate investor is trying to secure a deal within like the next 6 months that basically has him set for life. And he wants to, I mean, we talked about it. He told me that he's probably going to hire me to film everything.
Shit.
So that's if everything goes well. Then again, I go into it with 0 expectations so that I'm not mad if anything doesn't happen. You know, because, you know, you can't always take everyone's word for it.
Of course.
So, but no, I'm super pumped on that. Definitely just trying to bang out as many podcast episodes as we can since I'll be traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Got a couple project shoots. Like I want to film a little Red Bull video type thing. I want to go to Sandbanks, grab like a couple girls, grab like sundresses, bikinis,
Yeah.
stuff like that with like some Red Bull and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
So I want to do something like that.
I'll let you guys know when I'm going to Sandbanks because
Sweet.
I'm gonna be there for like a weekend.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah. Like,
No, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we're filming a haircutting video.
Nice.
With, one of my friends is a barber. Basically, just keep him busy.
Yeah,
Big
for
guy.
sure, for sure.
And
That's
then I
awesome.
still work with the renovation company, so doing stuff with them. I want to try and film some more like real estate type videos.
Cool.
Like walkthroughs and stuff like that, just to kind of get me into that world. But yeah, that's pretty. I also
Keep
want
him
to buy a
busy.
minivan.
You want to buy a
hopping
minivan?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I want to buy a minivan. Do you know?
Why a minivan? Why not an
Because-
SUV?
I just want to be that guy in a minivan.
He's already thinking for the future, man. He's already
like,
already
kids.
set.
Hey, no, not even that. Like, I don't want kids for a while.
Oh yeah, those cameras, bro. Those are kids, man. You're gonna grab a couple
True.
cameras.
Alright, fair
Like
enough.
here, man. Whew.
So, I want the minivan in case I start filming more car videos for rolling shots.
Fair.
Because you can pack the van with however many people you want and
True.
just get everything at once.
True.
I could fit a bunch of gear in it in case I need to, and especially if I start getting into like studio stuff and like 10-foot roll papers and stuff like that, I'd rather have a minivan. I kind of just want a minivan. Hell
He's
with it.
he's already sold.
I'm already sold on it.
Yeah. All right.
So
You're an old soul. You need a minivan.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be driving my kids to soccer,
Exactly.
wheeling with the moms. No, but yeah. Besides that, pretty much just staying as busy, chasing that dream. You know, taking Polaroids because I want to try and hit 1,000 Polaroids in
Bro.
like, my life.
In your life?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Just 1,000?
I got other stuff to focus on.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think I'm like a 300 now or something like that. Like,
Jeez, I'm at.
because I just shoot for like Polaroids. I don't know why. I just at one point I started. I just like
Next.
Yeah, see, like, I'm trying to do mine to, like, specific, like, shoots.
yeah.
But I
okay.
want to take one. I want to start taking one of our guests to
Yeah.
the podcast. So I have all that.
Yeah.
So we
dope.
grabbed one of you. We should have grabbed one of Jack, but we didn't. So I
Next
thought about it
time.
the other day. But yeah, just because, like, kind of like special moments along the way.
Yeah,
And then
for sure.
end of the day, you can go back and look at it in, like, 10 years or
Like,
whatever.
man, I
and be
remember that.
Like, holy.
The
Like,
big journey, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
yeah. But besides that, just keep him busy.
Cool.
What about you?
So, yeah, so just working with a couple like marketing agencies here and there, doing some video work.
Mm-hmm.
We had, like you said, we're doing a Toronto trip. Eurocracy is gonna be a nice one. It's a whole vlog. Oh yeah, a whole filming segment. So that's gonna be dope.
Basically trying to film, like, an after movie type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, like mostly just like working on my own business, trying to get all those shoots done. Like I have nothing set up fully planned. Like I got things that are in the works.
Yeah.
But like I can't talk too much about it. But
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
all
for
set
sure.
up. But mostly this summer is just like a full focus on me and what I want to do for later on.
Yeah.
So like learning everything I need to learn, and then like see like what's actually important, and then focus on that kind of shit.
Cool.
Yeah, don't worry about today, worry about the future type of thing. you know?
Exactly.
So let's get right into our new segment. Well, we need little horns, but ba-ba-ba-ba-ba!
Boom.
The lightning round. So basically 10 questions answered off the top of your head.
Okay.
So whatever comes to mind, boom.
Let me empty out real quick.
You got this.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Number 1, famous person you'd like to shoot.
Drake.
Favorite food.
Spaghetti.
Morning and night person.
Night.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
Puerto Rico.
Go-to lens.
Right now or in
Just in general.
24 to 70.
Favorite drink.
Iced tea.
First thing you'd buy if you won $1 million.
Camera gear.
Who would you call if you got put into jail?
My brother.
Mac or PC?
Oh.
I have both.
Mac.
PC.
What would you tell? Number 10. What would you tell your younger self?
Keep it going.
Same thing as before. All right.
Honestly, just keep it going. Don't give up. Just grind.
No, that's fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So thank you for being a part of our first segment of Lightning Round.
Boom.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I want to try and do
There's
this.
some answers that I said I was not rethinking right now. I'm just like, wait, what?
But it's off the top of your head.
Exactly. Oh,
I don't know
it's gonna
why I
be
said.
awesome.
I don't know why I said Drake.
You can't
That's
think
literally,
of that. You can't
that's
think of
literally
that.
one of my goals. Is to photograph a Drake concert.
Yeah. No, honestly, shooting Drake would be pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
It'd be sweet. But
Spaghetti. Why spaghetti?
Alright.
Alright, fuck it. I look like I like spaghetti.
You can't go wrong with spaghetti.
Nah, spaghetti's pretty good.
so, is there anything you'd like? Any like motivation or inspirational stuff, or anything you'd like to leave with the viewers? Don't you dare say keep it going.
Stay woke.
There you go.
Keep her going.
Fair enough,
Oh,
man.
man.
Fair enough. Thanks a lot for coming out. Thanks for being a part of everything, man.
Oh man, it was fun. I'm happy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you guys check us out on Instagram at Born to Create Podcast. You know, we're on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, definitely leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. Who we should bring on, some questions we should start asking people and stuff like that. You can follow me on Acef.media.
And longest name ever, like everybody says, FM.photography_design.
At Moose.Vision.
You want to shout out your Polaroid account too? Or?
Yeah, sure. At Moose.Polaroids too. All the Polaroids I take from shows or photo shoots, they're all up there. Go check it out.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming on, man. Yeah. Remember, guys, stay woke. Keep chasing that dream.
Keep her going.
There you go.
Peace.
Oh, shit. How you going, guys?